touring in the time of the zombie apocalypse. Now, this was a fun project to work on. It started as a way to promote for the local musicians of the Mid-Atlantic rock scene. And there was a film, and they wanted a companion video game to go for it. So we put together a basic description of a storyline that would fit with the film, and we started prototyping. Our original goal was to create something that would be able to go easily from web playable to downloadable to putting on a CD that might have all the music from all the bands with it, to being iPhone and iPad playable. So this HUD design, we had that in mind. You get different guitars, and your different effects pedals would give the different projectiles different effects, and you'd be pumping the music into your ears the whole time. But soon we realized the HUD needed a major overhaul. It was too complicated, there was too much to it, so we simplified it. We made it so if you clicked on your character, the new HUD came up, and it is actually more interactive. It was more fun that way. We like that a lot better. So moving forward from the prototype phase, while the prototype was being ironed out, we started working on 3D modeling for the characters. Basically, we were using a manga deformed sort of style proportions for our Nate character. We want him to look just like a regular rock star, local rock star. Nothing fancy, kind of an underdog. We built him, we rigged him, we gave him a shirt. We textured his shirt with a local band logo, a band called Resin. Then we animated him, gave him a good walk and run cycle, and just some basic animations based on stuff that we had in our library. And then we had to give him a place to inhabit. So we built Fells Point, specifically the South Broadway block of Fells Point. We took pictures of every building. We used Google Earth, the Street View, and we basically reconstructed South Broadway and Fells Point down to where the light poles were, pretty much, even where the trees were. Every building was in the right spot. We programmed them with some basic movement, just some basic attacks. We're still in the prototype phase here, just to see what it would look like once we got it into Unity 3D, and then we just made it playable. To see what we still needed to do in order to get it to iPhone, iPad development, whether it was working as an online game, whether the controls were good enough to go from one platform to the other. Meanwhile, the art department started working on music-themed concept art and started working in ZBrush to make some characters. Our HUD developer started working on implementing a better-looking HUD. And eventually we just put it all together, and we built Touring in the Time of the Zombie Apocalypse, Part 1. This is still, you can call this an alpha release of the game. It does allow for you to collect different music from different bands. It's got basically a random spawner of zombies around a perimeter around you, a couple different types of zombies. You can see how we implemented the zooming camera for the HUD that kind of followed that second design. Yeah, this project was a lot of fun. We had a big release event, and it was very well attended. The game was very well received by the musicians and by the players. So yeah, it was a great project to work on.